Hi everybody, welcome back to another video training session. My name is Alex Ryan. Today's video is all about sample testing. How do you go about testing your sample to make sure that it is fit to sell? And this is something big because if you have a crap product or it's not been sample tested, you will get a lot of refunds from customers. If you wholesale and you sell to retail stores, you're not going to get repeat business. So let me tell you a quick story. This is something that happens a lot with t-shirts, and this is why it's important, especially if you're importing things like textiles, make sure you sample test it. Now, what do I mean by that? Look at the stitching. This is purely an example. Look at the stitching, wash it a couple of times. Something that's very popular in China is you may have heard this before, it's called a 3-generation t-shirt, because every time you wash it, it shrinks. And we call it 3-generation because obviously, you're going to wash it, then you give it to your son, and then they're going to wash it, and they're going to give it to your grandchild. So that's why you call it a 3-generation t-shirt. And this is something big, especially in the textile industry. Make sure that whatever you bring it in, especially if it's cloth or some sort of item similar to that, make sure it's tested. You wash it, you look at the seams, you look at everything when it comes to sample testing. If you're importing other things like widgets, if it has anything like things like any screws or any sort of gadgets when it comes down to, like, for example, technology gadgets. Does it get affected by humidity? Does it get affected by the cold? All right. Does it stop working after a particular time? Sometimes if you have a widget and you test it over 1,000 times, and this is the sort of things you have to do when you sample test, okay, test it, make sure that it does work, especially when it comes down to hinges as well. If you have any product that has hinges or working parts in your product, test it, bend it back and forward 1,000 times to make sure that it works after 1,000 times, okay, within reasonable, how a particular customer would reasonably use it. Because that's really what sample testing is, and you only import a particular product when the sample is 110% correct. Not 90%, not 100%, but 110% correct, all right? So this quick video is just about talking about sample testing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find out more information, check out our website. I'll talk to you real soon.